Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So our group will love to present about the critical audit and comparative analysis of knowledge sharing, we can call SKS tool for FDS 503 knowledge management. So my group member is Muhammad Khairul Zaim bin Zamri, Muhammad Nur Syakirin bin Muhammad Azni, and myself Muhammad Aziz Ifran bin Sabadi. And lastly is intern Batrisha Bilkis binti Kamarul Zaman. So let's take a look together.
Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Today we will be presenting about critical audit and comparative analysis of knowledge sharing tools. For this case study, our group selected SCM International Property Management Sdn Berhad as the organisation to be analysed. SCM was established in 1982 and has more than 40 years of experience in the property and facilities management industry in Malaysia. The company provides several services including property management, facility management, strata consultancy, building audits, and technical advisory services. Currently, SCM manages more than 18,000 property units across Klang Valley and Johor Bahru. To maintain service quality and operational efficiency, the company also applied the ISO 9001-2050 quality management system. Since the property management involved handling a large amount of document, communication, and operational information, SCM utilized digital knowledge sharing tools such as Microsoft SharePoint and Eversoft Property Management System. Therefore, this study aimed to analyze and evaluate how this knowledge sharing tool contribute to improve communication, information management, and overall organizational performance. Now I will pass to the next presenter.
Now, moving into our literature review, let's focus on this slide shown in, which break down the hybrid system of modern collaboration. The core takeaway here is that modern property management cannot succeed on the single technology alone. Instead, it relies on a three-part symbiotic ecosystem. First, we have networking infrastructure, the invisible backbone of cloud and networking connecting our people to the data. Second is groupware, our active day-to-day workspace where live coordinating and automated workflow actually happen. And third, knowledge sharing tools act as our institutional memory vault, preserving valuable tacit expertise for the long term. In short, networking connect the team, groupware drive daily execution, and knowledge sharing tool ensure our insights are never lost when the day ends.
Okay, next we go to the topic 2, communication channel versus operational reality, or we can call as media richness. The big idea is to choosing the right communication channel depend entirely on balancing two competing needs, formal accountability and urgent crisis resolution. The channel split to the formal and asynchronous email, used for legal validation, procurement and official corporate mandate like issuing purchase order. It provides a permanent black and white audit trail. Next is informal and synchronous is WhatsApp and voice call, used for instant coordination with contractor, college and handling property emergency. It bypass bureaucracy to accelerate speed. Next is the operational trap, over relying on instant messaging create information fragmentation. Critical operation decision get trapped in an index private chat history instead of being logged in a central database.
Next, let's take a look about topic 3, the hard copy archival dilemma. The core takeaway here is that the office overall efficiency is directly limited by its informational lifecycle management. So basically, how it handles all data. To break this down, data generally move through the two major retention phase. First is the active phase, spanning 0 or 2 years. This is digital first zone where data is kept close at hand within specialized platform like Eversoft to handle immediate daily tasks such as maintenance fee and receipt. Then we hit the inactive or archival phase, which apply to the data older than 2 years. This is what we call the bottleneck zone. When data enter this zone, organizations often suffer an operational penalty, relying on localized physically high copy. The key for historical record create massive friction. It lead to painfully slow retrieval time, high risk of document damage, and worst of all, it completely block the team from using historical data analytics to build long-term maintenance strategy. Finally, let's look at the topic 4, knowledge transfer, onboarding, and legal compliance. The big idea here is the small team face a uniquely high operational risk during employee turnover if they don't balance human-to-human training with a structured legal framework. To manage these risks, we have to look at how we transfer two distinct types of knowledge. First, we have explicit knowledge. This is your easily codified data, the kind of the information you find neatly stored in manual, checklist, and cloud repositories like SharePoint. Second is tacit knowledge. This is contextual, experience-based institution. In smaller team, transferring this isn't as simple as handing over a document. It relies heavily on close peer-to-peer mentoring and direct management handover. Ultimately, all of this informal onboarding must be tied down by what we call the regulatory anchor. Especially in the Malaysian property sector, operations have to strictly align with the statutory boundaries of the Strata Management Act 2013 or Act 757. Without this compliant literacy, team cannot safely make financial and legal decisions.
Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is Muhammad Khairul Zaim. Next, I will be presenting the methodology done by our group for this case study. To kick things off, we opted for a qualitative case study design. A qualitative approach gives us the contextual depth needed to see how theoretical concepts match up with practical reality. Moving on to how we gather our data, first we utilize purposive sampling to select our primary interviewee. We explicitly targeted and choose Mr. Muhammad Iqbal Husni bin Zairuddin, a building executive who is responsible for the day-to-day operations, maintenance, and safety of a property. His position is perfect for our case study as he has direct administrative oversight of SCM, communication system, and digital infrastructure. Our primary data came from a semi-structured interview format. We created Google Meet link for Mr. Iqbal to join and we conduct our interview session through online. We maintain a strict focus on our core required pillars as assigned in the case study. Now, to satisfy our mandatory fieldwork evidence, a live guided system walkthrough, specifically their corporate Microsoft SharePoint environment alongside the Eversoft property management system. Our team directly examine the user interface, the user access permission across different tiers of employees, and captured original screenshot of the SCM's active knowledge sharing tools. To back up our primary findings and ensure empirical validity, we look at SCM's internal IT guidelines regarding data security, training manual, meant for onboarding staff onto the Eversource system, and analyze various corporate artifacts like internal digital memos and onboarding literature. By triangulating these three distinct sources, we effectively mitigate informant bias. This triangulation strategy ensures that our subsequent analysis and recommendations are entirely evidence-based and grounded in actual operational reality. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I will be presenting the analysis of the knowledge sharing tools used by SCM International Property Management based on an interview with Encik Iqbal. Firstly, the company's knowledge sharing system consists mainly of Microsoft SharePoint and Eversoft Property Management System. Microsoft SharePoint serves as a centralized platform for document management and collaboration. Both hard copy and soft copy documents are stored digitally in a cloud-based environment, allowing employees to access information from a single location. This facilitates the flow of knowledge between employees, especially within the 4-member employee management team, as everyone can access the latest document without relying on physical files. The company also uses Eversoft Property Management System, which support property-related operations such as managing tenant information, billing process, financial records, and property handovers. Employees like Izzuddin use the system-generated information to perform their tasks efficiently, ensuring that important operational knowledge is stored and shared digitally. In terms of effectiveness and user experience, both systems appear to be highly practical. SharePoint saves time by reducing document retrieval efforts and improving collaboration among employees. Meanwhile, Eversoft automates routine tasks, reducing paperwork and minimizing human errors. Several gaps can be identified. The interview showed that some hard copy documents are still maintained before being uploaded into the system. This may create duplication of work and slow down information processing. In addition, knowledge sharing seems to depend mainly on stored documents and tutorial videos, with limited evidence of interactive collaboration features such as discussion forums or knowledge sharing communities. For the future roadmap, the company could move toward a fully digital documentation process to reduce dependence on paper records. It could also enhance SharePoint by introducing discussion boards, knowledge repositories, or AI-powered search functions to make information retrieval faster and more interactive. The regular refresher training session could further improve employees' digital skills and system utilization. In conclusion, SCM International Property Management has successfully implemented SharePoint and Eversoft to support knowledge management and daily operation. While these tools are effective and user-friendly, further digitalization and enhanced collaboration features could strengthen the company's knowledge-sharing capabilities in the future.
In conclusion, this study successfully achieved its objective of evaluating the knowledge sharing tool used by SCM International Property Management. Based on our findings, SCM effectively utilized Microsoft SharePoint and Eversoft Property Management System to support daily operation. SharePoint improved document management, cloud storage, and accessibility of information, while Eversoft enhanced operational efficiency through automation and better data management. However, the study also found that effective knowledge sharing does not depend on technology alone. Employee support, proper onboarding, and continuous transfer of knowledge are also important to ensure employees can fully utilize the system. Additionally, during the interview session, the respondent suggested implementing tutorial video in the future as a more structured approach to support employees' training and adaptation to organizational system. Overall, continuous improvement in knowledge sharing practices and digital integration is important to maintain operational effectiveness and support long-term organizational performance. That's all from our group. Thank you.